Welcome back. Today, we'll dive deep into communication and more specifically, how not to share your feelings. The sharing of feelings is such an important topic as we all want to express ourselves more fully and be understood by those we love. The problem is that the language that most of us use to share our feelings, when we think we're being incredibly effective, is absolutely failing us. Hi, this is Lee Kaufman from the Marriage Recovery Center. I'm a life coach working with individuals and couples to improve their lives and in turn their relationships. So you're probably wondering, how does this topic, the sharing of feelings, typically come up in therapy, counseling sessions? Well, there's always some point when I suggest to someone that it would be a great idea for them to more often share their feelings with their loved ones. And the response is pretty often, oh, I do this all the time. I'm always sharing my feelings. To which I respond, that's great. Let's do a little role play so I can get a sense for how you do this, how you communicate your feelings. The result of this particular exercise almost always leaves me cringing slightly at the language that they're using, language that's accusatory and shifting of responsibility. It's no wonder that the end result is a constant breakdown in communication and a sense from both people that they're not acknowledged and not fully understood. So what can we do if we find out that the one tool that we thought that they were using well is failing us? Well, luckily, it's no different than anything else. We go out into the world and we look for better tools and we integrate them. And the best communications tool that I know, hands down, Nonviolent Communication by Marshall Rosenberg. Please, if you do yourself one thing good this week, buy yourself a copy. It may very well be the best investment that you've ever made. So over the next few months, I'm going to be exploring nonviolent communication more and using it as a foundation for healthy conversations that allow us to share and also allow for our partners to hear us. But for today, I'll keep it very simple and we'll address two common misuses of feelings communication, both of which are aimed at shifting blame and responsibility from us back out onto our partner. The first is interpretations that we confuse with feelings. Here's a common list. These words are not feelings, and just because you say, I feel rejected, doesn't make it a feeling. These words, when used in this way, shift responsibility to the other person and attempt to make them responsible for your emotions. Your life will be immensely better if you never again use these words in this particular way. And the second, often misused type of feelings sharing is denial of responsibility statements. And here's a common list of these. For example, I feel blank because you did blank. Or said in the reverse, you made me feel blank because you did blank. Others do not cause our feelings. We cause them ourselves. It is simply our beliefs and expectations about a person or event or situation that cause our feelings. They are not the result of the situation itself. So, the way to rewrite and improve these above statements in a way that still allows us to share, but also more importantly, takes responsibility for our reaction and our response, is simply by adding one more variable to the equation, which is our need. And just like in high school algebra, if you all remember, the addition of one more variable changes the formula completely. We all have unmet needs that constantly drive our feelings. Sharing these will allow us to take back responsibility for our own feelings and also give our partner a way to help us. Let's take a real-world example, statement just like the one above, and then redo it by adding in our need. Starting with, I feel angry because you always leave the kitchen a mess. With our need added, this statement could sound much more like this. I feel overwhelmed when you leave the kitchen a mess because I have a need for cleanliness and order. Hopefully, you can see how much more effective the second example is, and that with communication like this, your partner is much more likely to take it in an open-hearted way and hear what you want them to hear. Don't take my word for it. Try it out for yourself and see. Next month, I'll be describing in more detail the entire nonviolent communication system. So you can take these ideas and build upon them. See you then.